1 2 1 2. Good. See you.
Hello, all of this?
Yeah, just put it by him.
Okay, we just put that here.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so we're here with Coach Alexis right now. He will give us a little rundown on the event that we're having today. So, Coach Alexis, tell us a little bit about this event here today.
Well, this afternoon we are doing the 16th annual 1 Mile Classic.
Okay.
It's an event that actually opens track and field.
Yeah.
The race has about a number of categories. There's the under 7, that is children in kindergarten. Then there's the under 9, those are children who are in grade 1 and 2. Under 11, those who are in grade 3 and 4. And then the under 13, which is grade 5 and 6. And then there's high school, under 15, under 17, under 20, as well as adults.
Okay.
So that is the scope of the race. We're currently waiting on the officers. Yeah, that's just a little bit at the moment.
All right, well, Coach Alexis, nice having you. Nice talking to you, giving us a little update on this race today. Right now, we are just waiting on the police to get this race started, and let's have some fun today.
Yes.
Okay, guys, good afternoon once again. We're here with another race from the Anguilla Athletic Association. This is the 1 mile classic. What you're looking at here right now is the under 7 boys and girls, and also the under 9 boys and girls. This race is just about to start. It's right now 3:53 on my watch, and we're waiting for this race to begin. Okay, the race is about to go and it's off. So there we have it, guys. There we have it. As I mentioned before, it's under 9 boys and under 9 girls, and then we have the under 7 boys and the under 7 girls. They will make the small loop around the Ashley Brooks block, and I think they will be going up above to run the full block. So for highlight's sake, we'll wait up a bit on some of the young ones here in the back, try to give everyone a bit of coverage as we walk our way up to the front to give you some coverage of what's going on up in the front.
Come on, King, get up here.
So there we have a lot of supporters, we have parents, spectators. So these are your 2 leaders here right now. These are your 2 leaders. We weren't able to get their names. It would have been nice if we could have get their names, but at least you'll be able to see their faces. So we're just about completion for our first round. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they will have another little loop to go. Okay, so there we have a runner coming up right alongside him. They have to keep going. They have more running to do. They have more to do. Don't seem as if they were too sure of the route, but they have another lap to do. Because, as I mentioned before, it is a 1 mile classic. So there you have the fans, spectators, they're all cheering on, hearing the scream in the row. Very exciting when children are running, guys. Any sport that children is participating in, you know, it will be a lot of action, a lot of drama. So there we have it today. As I mentioned before, this is a race by the Anguilla Athletic Association. It's a 1 mile classic, guys. 1 mile classic. Okay, so as you guys can see, we just did a small loop and now we're doing the big loop, because in all we're supposed to get 1 mile. As I mentioned, it's called the 1 mile classic, guys. So we have more runners there behind coming up. We'll slow down a bit just to get a little bit of coverage of those that are behind. Try to give everyone coverage. For those that weren't able to make it, you know, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. There we have it, there we have it. There we have it, guys. And I must say, they are pretty small, but they have a lot of energy inside of them just to complete this race here, 1 mile. So you know, motivation brings rejuvenation. This little youngster here, he seemed like he was crabbing before, but he picked it up as soon he saw the camera. So that's pretty decent from him. He will pass someone at least, even if it's just for the camera. Alright, so he slowed up a bit there just now. So we're walking our way back up to the front end now. As we mentioned before, try to give everyone some coverage. So there you have it. There you have it, guys. We have this little one here. He's imposing a pretty decent tempo here. Looking real good. Okay guys, so we're going up to the front end now. We're going back up to the front. Just trying to give you guys a little bit of coverage of everyone. We know parents and family members would love to see their kids running, so as I mentioned, motivation does bring rejuvenation. This little youngster, this little young lady right here, she was running at a pretty decent tempo, but when she saw the camera, you know, everyone wants to show up and show out for the camera, you know. So there we have it. We have another little youngster here. Look like he's cramping, but he'll be soon finishing. So if he can fight out this cramp, definitely show that he can position himself to make something good, a good place. Here we have another little youngster here. So sorry that we don't know the names of these youths. It would have been nice. It would have been nice to know their names. As I mentioned, we are here right now going up to the front end of this race, giving you guys some good coverage of what's going on. So there we have first, second, and third position right now. And right ahead of us is a police vehicle. And this will be the finish of the race. We don't know if it will be a sprint to the end, but we know definitely that these youngsters here are some pretty decent, strong young men and women here. So there we have spectators and cheering them on, telling them to sprint, Wonderful run here by this young man here. He will be taking the first position. That's the first position right here by this young man. Second by the one in the orange, and the little one in the blue, he would have gotten the third place. So now we're waiting for the fourth place runner to come in. Okay, there you have it. A sprint between these two. Wow, look like the one in the black, he would have gotten that one. And we're waiting for the other athletes to come in to the finish as well. We haven't seen any young ladies came in as yet, but there we are seeing one right now. I must say, this young lady here, she really surprised me because she's running in flip-flops and she did pretty good. Okay, congratulations for her. That was it. I don't think she know that she's finished, but she is finished. So there we have a youngster coming in now. Finish for him, that's good. Congratulations on that. There's a young lady coming in there. Good job. Good job by that young lady right there. This young man here just finished up. Good job by him. Here we have a young lady coming in. Good job. And we have a few more runners coming in. We'll try to get some coverage of them as well. And then we'll start up on the other categories. So there we have a big hot one coming in there. Pretty decent run. Good job by this young man. There's a young lady came in just now. Another young lady coming in. So sad that we didn't get the name of these youngsters. It would have been nice if we got the names. Yeah. So. This here? I think it could. Like this. Yeah? But we may not put it. No, but this good. Yeah, that good. Hold on, bye. Okay, guys, we have a few more runners coming in. Well, I think just one more. We'll stay here to ensure that she comes in safely and give her a little highlight as well. So this is the last little athlete right here. This young lady right here. She's coming in to finish. So there you have it. Final athlete to come in, and then we'll start with the other categories. Alright, that's it for her. And that was the final athlete right there, guys. So we'll make our way back up to the start finish line here. Well, actually the starting line, because the finish line is behind of us. So we make our way back up to the starting line and see if we could yeah, let me leave. Yeah, they won't pass wrong. You want to hop off to just Ricardo? Yeah, just go see them faces and. Okay, guys, so we'll give you guys a little bit of coverage on the faces, who's starting these who's going in these races here, in this race, sorry. So these are the faces right here that will be running in this race. Give every one of them a little bit of highlight. Okay guys, so this race here is about to start right now. For those of you guys that are just tuning in, welcome in. This is the Anguilla Athletic Association race. It's a 1 mile classic, guys. We're here in the valley going around the Ashley Brooks Road. So for those of you that are just tuning in, tell a friend to tell a friend, share the link. Don't forget, we're here at AI Live. Okay guys, so this race here is the under 11 girls. You would have just heard that this is the under 11 category here that is going now. All young ladies. The race before, it was a mixture of boys and girls, under 9 and under 7. But now we are just doing the young ladies alone, and this is actually the under 11. Race is off now. Oh my goodness. A little accident here. Little accident here. There was a little collision there between the runners, but everyone is back up and running again. A bit of setback. We know she will be a little sad. She look like she's crying, but she definitely will be able to catch back in if she just paces herself. She just has to take her time and she'll be back in there. She's a pretty big girl, so I think she can manage, you know. She just have to pace herself. The race isn't over, so she's a bit sad because she fell, but she will be able to catch back in if she just maintain her tempo, and she'll be back in again. Okay, so a lot of runners right now is starting to give in and give up. So there we have the little one there who fell, and see, she's coming back in right now. She's keeping her tempo. I know she would have been sad, but the race is not over until it's finished. So we're making our way around now. This would be their first little loop, and then they would have the bigger loop to do. So there you have it. There you have it, guys. Okay, so there you have it. Screams and shouts, guys. Screams and shouts. You hear everyone cheering on. Cheering on. There you have it. Some of the faces we recognize for sure because this little young lady here, we would have seen her in one of the races around the hospital block. She's a pretty decent runner. We know her for sure. Don't know her name, but we know the face for sure. She's definitely a good runner. This young lady right here, she can keep a steady tempo right through. She looks small, but she can do a lot of damage. We know that for sure, guys. We've seen her in action before, and there she is again today. Whenever she runs, she always show up and show out, guys. She's a little small one, but she does a lot of damage. So here we have the second runner right now. Feeling a little motivated when the camera touched her. So you know, once a highlight reach, everyone steps up their tempo. So she's stepping it up right now. She's gaining on her opponent there in the front. Good running by this young lady right here, guys. We'll walk our way up to the front end, see if we can get some coverage of our leader. As I mentioned before, this is the under 11 young ladies race here now. So we are here with the leader. This is your leader here right now. She'll be completing her race in a bit. So guys, we will take a little footage of what's going on behind here to show you guys the gap between this young lady right here and the others behind of her. Her opponents is a good distance behind. I mean, they still have a visual on her, but she has a pretty decent gap in front of them. So we'll slow down right now just to get some coverage of those that are behind. So like I mentioned, the little young lady in the red, she's gaining grounds. She's gaining grounds, guys. This young lady right here is a pretty decent runner. Like I mentioned, we've seen her before running. She keeps one steady pace and she's chucking away. We would definitely love to get some coverage of the leaders out there in the front, try to get to the start finish line, but normally once we get to the start finish line, we just have to stay there and watch everyone come in one by one. So I'll pick it up now just to get some coverage of the finishers. You know, everyone wants to see who's coming in front, who's the leader. So we'll try to get there. We don't know how possible it will be, but we're working on getting there now. So there we have it. So there we have our leader right now. We'll try to get some coverage of her. There we have our leader, guys. This is your first place finisher. No, she went down that side. Alright, she just finished. Alright. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, the young lady in the red, she came second. Should have covered her second place. Good run by her. That was pretty nice. Okay, we'll see if we turn around now and give you guys some coverage. Okay, there you have it. That was the young lady there that fell. She's coming in right now. Then we have two other runners coming in hot and heavy. Hot and heavy, guys. We'll go back around just to give you guys some coverage. Try to give everyone some highlight. This is the finish of the under 11 girls race. So these are the other competitors here coming in. The start finish line. Well, the finish line actually ends at Ashley Brooks Supermarket. Ashley and Son Supermarket, sorry. So we have a few other athletes coming in. We would have gotten a little bit of coverage on the first place runner, female athlete. Have a few coming in. There you have it, guys. There you have it. We have a few more athletes coming in as well. This is actually the under 11 females race. It's just about done, and then I think we'll have the males race under 11. Okay, so you're seeing the police officers right now. So this means that our final runners are coming in. There's only two more, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Only two more runners coming in now. This young one here in the blue, and then we will have one in the green coming up. So we always try to wait for the final athlete to come in. Spectators trying to cheer her on. Run. Okay, so there you have it, guys. There you have it. So she's running, coming in, running, coming in. This is our final athlete here, guys. Good run by her. Congratulations to her, guys. And that's it. That's it for her. We'll head on up to the start finish line. Well, the starting line, I always get mixed up with the start finish line. The finish line is here, the starting line is up above. So we'll head up to there and see if we can get the starting of the under 11 boys race.
Hey, you're on this side.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so there you have it. This is the under 11 boys. Getting you guys some coverage of the faces. Sorry we don't know their names, but we definitely will be able to see who they are for parents, family members, friends, those that are viewing on our YouTube page at AI Live. This is the Anguilla Athletic Association's race. It's a 1 mile classic.
Mommy, can I walk over there? I want to see all the money in the body.
And the race is off, guys. The race is off. The race is off, guys. There you have it. As I mentioned before, this is the under 11 boys race. Only boys making their first loop around right now. So there you have it, guys. You know, these young men will have a little more pep in their step. This race might be a bit faster. So everyone is pretty close. Pretty close gap between everyone, but this is just the beginning lap. This is just the start out, so we'll see exactly how it goes down after. Alright, now there's a little separation happening. The pace is stepped up by this young man up here in the blue and orange. Coming in hot and heavy, guys. Coming in hot and heavy. There we have it between these three young men right here. Trying to keep a steady rhythm. They're bridging the gap on their opponents up front. Bridging the gap. I don't know how long they'll be able to keep up that momentum to bridge this gap, but they're definitely running a good pace. Good pace. Then we have the runners up in front. I'll take you on the front end to show you guys who's doing the damage, where all this trouble is coming from. So we're going up now, guys. Going up to the front end. These are your leaders here. These are your leaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those are the 6 leaders right there, guys. We have 4 in the front, and those 2 that we just sort of passed, those are your 6 leaders. All of them is in close proximity with each other. All of them is bunched up with each other. These 4 right here. The 2 behind, not too far behind, but you know, pretty competitive race here between these young men. Okay, this youngster here in the orange and blue, he was the one handling the ground operation. He was in front for a good bit of the race, but his opponent would have taken over after a few big battle here between these two. The elastic is stretching, guys. The elastic is stretching.
It's okay.
The elastic is stretching between the two runners. This young man here put a little bit of turbo inside of his shoes. He would have stepped it up. So this is your first and second runners here. As I mentioned before, under 11 boys. Let me give you guys a little more coverage of their faces and the damage that they're doing. Right behind of them is their opponents. Not too far behind, but wow. This young man here with the motivation, the static of the fans, he stepped it up. Oh my goodness. What a tempo by this young man. Spectators have to clear his way because he's blasting coming through, guys. He's tearing up the streets, guys. He's tearing these streets up, guys. But his opponent is coming back. We don't know if his opponent have a little bit of boost inside of the tank to touch him up right there at the end. But he's coming back, looking pretty good. Okay, there you have it. He stepped it up again. Good stuff by this young man here. You know, once you're a leader, everyone knows your name. This guy his name seems to be Tio. Everyone is calling him Tio. Wow, good running by this youngster here, man. Good running by this youngster. He's putting it on, putting it out. He's leaving it all on the road. And there you have it, guys. There you have it. That's second place runner right there. That's your second place finisher. There we have the third place finisher, guys. Third place. This is fourth place and fifth, fourth and fifth. Good run there by these young men. As you can see, this is the time right there on the clock. They're keeping a rundown of the time on the clock, so that's the time right there. It's still rolling because we have more athletes to come in. We have more runners coming in. But that's the time right there. So he would have reached in roughly about 7:07. 7:07, guys. So just a reminder, this is a 1 mile classic, guys. Hot and heavy, this youngster is coming in at 7:28. 7:28. Wow, that was a nice finish there. That was a nice finish for the spectators, for the fans. 7:37. 7:37. There we have a 7:44, roughly. We have a 7:49. Good running by these youngsters, guys. Good run by these youngsters. A mile long. Not bad.
He's ready, I'm coming. Go right in. Let's go, Pumpkin. Let's go, Titan. Let's go, Pumpkin.
So there you have it. There you have it. A youngster just came in there. Have it, guys. There you have it. That's a good finish there by that young man there. Good finish for him. Okay, guys. I think this is the under 13 girls. I think so. I'll see if I can rectify that. But I think this is the under 13 girls. So there you have it, guys. This one here will be, I think, the under 13 male and females race. This is under 13, right? Under 13? So there it is. Race is off. This is a big group now because it's boys and girls, guys. Under 13, I think. Boys and girls, big group. These are the bigger kids. Pretty decent race here. We know this one will be hot and heavy. We'll try our best to get as much coverage as possible of all the kids. We know it won't be easy, but we'll try our best to give everyone some highlight. In the beginning of the race it will be easier, but as the race winds down to the end, we know we won't be able to cover everyone. So we'll start from the back, walk our way up to the front, and you'll be able to see the faces. As I mentioned before, we don't know the names, so this is it here, guys. This is the first loop. They'll soon finish the first loop. It's a 1 mile classic, so this means that I think this route would be 1 mile in total for them. Boys and girls. For right now, we're seeing the girls up in front, keeping the heat up. There we have it. There we have it. We are completing the first lap right now. They will be doing 2 of those. So we'll be completing the first lap right now. Going on into the second one. Well, the final one.
Let's go.
Hot and heavy, guys. Hot and heavy. Hot and heavy. You would have thought that the boys would have excelled past all the girls, but that's not the case. The girls are still maintaining their lead in front. We know it's individual races between them, the boys and the girls, but the girls and the boys would have started at the same time, and some of the girls would have maintained that lead in front of the boys. Nice to see. We'll walk our way up to the front, give you guys some coverage on what's going on up here, who's doing the damage. Some starting to give up and give in. 2 young ladies right now up in front. This is our first young man right here. This is our leader for the young men. Get a little coverage of his face. Give him a little bit of highlight. You know, this is the first young man right here. He's in the lead. This is our leader. And then Right now we're heading up to the leader for the young ladies. These are your two leaders here today. These are your two leaders. Anything ahead of them is just a police vehicle, guys. That's all that's ahead of these two athletes right here. Hot and heavy, guys. Hot and heavy. Good tempo between these two. It's a battle between the two. It's a battle between the two. It's a pretty decent battle. Let's see how this one goes down. We know for sure the athlete behind, she's a pretty good runner. We've seen her before in action. Let's see what she have in resolve. Let's see what she has in resolve, if she can catch back up and pass her. She will just settle for second today. So guys, we'll wait up a bit just to give you guys some coverage on the athletes behind, because we don't just want to give one set, but alright guys, so we'll try to stay up in front. We'll try to stay up here in front, give these guys some, these young ladies here some coverage, and then we'll turn around if needs be to give the rest some highlight. We know for sure everyone would love to see who's the winner of the race, so we'll try to get our winners for sure. So there you have second place. The gap is opening between first and second place. Pretty decent gap between first and second place, guys. Big gap between first and second. They were both neck and neck between alongside each other, but now it's pretty heated between them. Okay, there you have it. The leader right now has stepped it up. She has stepped it up, guys. There you have it, guys. I think I can safely say that she will be the one coming in first today. This is our first place runner here today. Good job by her. She would have done a 6:04, look like. Then there you have second place coming in. Look like she'll be coming in at a 6:13. Then we have the first young man, first and second, Johnson it out neck and neck between the two of them. Oh my goodness, at 2:23 roughly. So there you have it. Turning around right now, guys, trying to get some coverage on the rest athletes coming in. So there you have it. Hot and heavy, coming in hot and heavy, guys. Coming in hot and heavy, guys. Coming in hot and heavy. Yeah. So guys, they're coming in pretty close between each other. So we'll just go back to the start finish line and get a coverage of everyone who's coming in from there. There you have it, guys. That was a nice finish by those young ladies there. Now we're just waiting to see the police vehicle. That would wrap it up for these ones, and then we start on with the other categories. Okay, guys, so we're seeing the police vehicle right now. So this means this wraps it up for this category. This is our final runner right here. Final athlete coming in. Good job. Okay guys, so this is the under 15 boys and girls. I think they are going together. This is the under 15 boys and girls. So this race is about to start. And the race is off, guys. This race is off. Hot and heavy, guys. Real decent tempo here. This one is a hot race, guys. Hot race, hot race, hot race. These guys are turning up the heat, guys, and burning this whole barn down. With the speed that these two took off with, guys, I don't know. I just sort of heard one of the young men. He said he know they won't beat him. They won't beat them. So we know for sure we have Sane here. We have Zion. We have okay, so the boys is taking over the groundwork right now. After the girls would have taken off with such a high tempo trying to show down the place, the boys is putting them in their place right now, guys. Because there seems to be a competition between the boys and the girls, guys. But you know for sure they have their own individual races as well, so. But there you have it, guys. There you have it. So the pace would have slowed down drastically right now, guys. It's still steady, but it's slowed down a whole lot. Right now the legs is getting a bit weaker. The heart is pumping a bit faster. So, you know, this is where endurance comes in. Normally races like these here, we call them start fast and finish slow. But we'll see exactly how this one finishes. Who has a little more pep in their step when they come into the finish line. Because we know once spectacle is there and motivators and spectators are there, you know, you will have a lot of tempo in the ending of these races. So let's see exactly how this one goes. I'm gonna walk my way up to the front right now, guys. Let's see what's going on up there. There we have it, guys. There we have it. One young lady, about 3 young men. We have 2 ahead of us here right now. These are your leaders right here, guys. Zion, as always, one big troublemaker Zion is, guys. We know for sure he always shows up and shows out. Zion always showcases his talent, guys. Like I mentioned before, once you're up there in the dance, everyone knows your name. You know for sure you will get highlight, and that's how it is for winners, guys. Winners win. So Zion right now is handling the ground operation. He's on the front end right now, doing all the damage. This young man right here, pretty decent athlete. Everywhere he goes, he showcases his talent. This is Zion here for you guys. There you have you. There you have it. The only one in front of Zion right now is the police vehicle, guys. And all depend on how slow they go, he will overtake them. But there you have it, Zion for you. We'll slow down now, get a bit of coverage on the second place opponent. So that's the distance between Zion and his opponents. As I mentioned before, this is the under 15 boys and girls. This will be a smooth win for Zion today, guys. Smooth win for Zion. Zion will be taking this one home today. This is the second place finisher right here. He will be taking home the second place. But there you have Zion right there in the distance going up to the start finish line. That's Zion right there. Good running for him. Congratulations to Zion right there one time. So these guys would have finished in the fives. Here we have the first young lady coming in. She would finish around 6, roughly 6:06. Sane. She would have taken the first place for the young ladies under 15 category. You want us? Let's go back there. Okay, guys. So for a little bit of highlight, we'll spin around and see if we can get some coverage of the rest athletes coming in here. So there we have some more coming in right now. Can I see? Okay. Okay, so there we have it. Yeah. Yeah, wait here. wraps it up right here, we would have seen the final runner right there came in. That would have been the final athlete there. So we'll go back up to the starting line to get some coverage of the next race. Okay guys, this race is about to start. I think this is the final race here for the day. They're sending the boys and girls together.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, guys, the race is off. They send everyone together.
That's what they tell you.
Okay, guys, so we're walking our way up to the front. I think there's an adults race, so she would be the only one for the adults, for the females, the women. And then this would be the only young lady in her category, I think. Because they would have merged all them together because there weren't enough participants for the categories. So there you have it. She'll be securing the first place for the females category, in her category. And then we'll walk our way up to the front to show you guys all the action from the big boys up in the front end. So here we have the young men right now. Try to give every one of them highlight. Walking our way up to the front end, all bunched together, closely knitted together, guys. There you have it. These are your young men here. We are seeing some signs of Gary up in front. We know for sure Gary is one of those troublemakers that always cause confusion and drama inside the place, guys. So Gary today is showing up and showing out. He always does what he does. As I mentioned before, winners win. Let's see if he can win today, guys. But he will be one of those big numbers in this race here today, guys. Gary always does what he does, guys, and that's win. Let's see if he can do it today. Let's see if we'll get any shockers. Let's show you the troublemaker's face. This is the Gary right here, guys. Normally the only other Gary we know is the one from SpongeBob, but this one is much faster than the Gary off of SpongeBob, guys. This isn't a snail. This guy is more like a rabbit or some other faster animal, guys. So there you have Gary right now, handling the groundwork. He's doing all the front end damage right now. Light work for Gary is just a mile. And Gary is doing it pretty effortless. Effortless run there by Gary. His opponent is not too far behind of him. We don't know how much his opponent has in the tank, if he can step it up and take over this place, take over this show. But right now Gary is having all lights, the cameras, everything is on Gary right now. So there you have it. This is first and second place right here, guys. First and second. Here we have some spectators saying, "Take him down now. Let's see if he can do that." I know for sure Gary is a heavy load to try to lift. So there you have it. The man is stepping it up right now, guys. Like I mentioned before, we know Gary, the caliber of this runner right here, guys. Gary has stepped it up. showing up and show out. Like I mentioned before, winners win, guys, and Gary is doing definitely that today. Gary is doing just that there today, guys. Winners win, and there's Gary right now, guys. First place for Gary, 5:02 roughly. He would have finished this in, and his opponent would have finished at 5:08 roughly. I don't think I would have to turn back around, guys, because these guys will be running pretty fast. No sooner you will be seeing the police following coming in. Okay, he would have finished in 5:25 roughly. Then you have 5:31, 5:32, and 5:37. Then we have a 5:44. 5:44. You would have finished in. This one is 5:53. Yeah. And then I think we just have 2 females coming in. Okay, this is our leader here for her category. Let's see what her time will be. We know for sure it'll be in the 6s. She'll be doing it in roughly 6 minutes. Let's see, 6 minutes and what? 6 minutes 22, roughly. Okay, so we have one more athlete coming in. Final one coming in. Final athlete to come in, guys. Okay, there you have it, guys. This is our final athlete coming in, but she's, I guess she's in first for her category.
Okay.
So there you have it. She will be completing her mile run in a few. Must commend her for her effort, because I know there's a lot of adults won't be doing something like this. So just to see this here, that's pretty decent from her. She's almost to the finish, as we have her spectators cheering her on, giving her a little bit of encouragement. And there you have it. She's stepping it up, guys, stepping it up to come into her finish now. Once again, must commend her for her effort. She would have completed a mile run. This is the final race of the day. Final race, and there you have it. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. We would have wrapped it up there. That was our final race for the day. I'm good here.